Good morning, Malaysia. Day 2 in Malaysia, and I believe it's day 24 in total. I slept somewhat okay last night. The bed was nice and soft, so that was fine. Today I'll be following the coastline for pretty much the whole day. I've got approximately 120 kilometers to cycle, and I've got a crosswind, that easterly trade winds that I forecasted with previous years of research, which is alright as long as it doesn't become a headwind. I suspect most of my day will look like that. It is a Saturday morning. It's almost 9 o'clock. It does feel like it's already the graveyard shift. It could still be some type of holiday. I'm not too sure. I think we'll find out as we go. I would have expected some of these places to be open now, especially for all the locals to grab something to eat, and it looks like most of them are still closed. There are some places open. It seems like they are just selling fresh produce. I think why they have those engine setups with the props like that is so that they can easily maneuver them in shallow waters. This morning it took me 2 hours to find a place to stay. To go through all the reviews. Most of the places had trash reviews, and finding it wasn't easy. I had to book a place that is about 15-20 kilometers off my master route, which was quite alright though. It's not that bad. It could have been worse. I would rather get a good night's sleep than stay in a place where I get no sleep. And how I find my accommodation is with Google Maps. It's the best option available. It links all of the websites that provide the accommodation. So you'll find a single accommodation and it will have all the different websites where it's listed on, so you can pick the one that you use. And what I noticed now in Malaysia is that Google Maps it shows you the price, but not the final price. Where in Thailand it will show you the final price. So yeah, when you see the price and then you proceed to the website, it will give you their price. But then as you proceed to the payment options, then it will slap on that tax and some extra fees. And then when you actually make the payment and you receive the receipt, you see it's even more than what it was meant to be. So there's all of these add-ons the whole time, which is, that's just reflecting this country's corruption. And a few years back they did have a bit of a corruption hiccup. That was mainly in the government, but yeah, it just reflects to the average Joe at the end of the day as well. Noticing quite a few of these, and he probably got shot 24/7 non-stop, and they got these shutters on that make the place look a little bit more like a house, more appealing. However, there's nothing behind them. It's just a solid wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Very big rice fields. Busy doing crop spraying with that massive drone. Luckily I am upwind of it, so I'm not getting any of that poison in my face. That thing's basically running on autopilot. The guy has most likely designed the area from his computer back home, selected the field, you know, and then plotted its route, and then he comes to site and hits a couple of buttons and Bob's your uncle, there you go, it does its job, and then he just monitors it. Well, that was quite a surprise. I almost didn't come down this route. Now that's the flag I want to see. At least there's a little bit of fun on the road here as well. Got a few puddles to go through. Doesn't like riding through water, even if it's a small puddle. Asian hornet nests. Imagine that thing falling on you. Today's episode, it will be filled with riding your bicycle a bit more, pedaling and riding your bicycle. It's a day of just riding your bicycle. Several familiar looking houses. All these houses here, their backyards is basically mangroves, or not even mangroves, just like mud plains that lead out to the ocean. I think they're gonna have to open up their sluice gates before they flood the place. Oh, nasty. Dead dog in the water. No. They're off to go catch some breakfast. So this is where the fishing must be good. Let's see if there's maybe something I can get to eat in this village, or at least to drink. Local campsite. I hope that they don't charge you to stay there. This has got to be the longest, straightest road yet. I'm more of a twisty-turny road type of guy. These long, straight roads where you can't even see the end of them. There, no. You start playing games on your mind. You can see the end of them, barely, they're just so far away. It kind of puts your mind in the future. I rather prefer to live in the moment. To those roads that are just so straight, you know, they just let your mind start lingering like it is now. I suspect these waters are extremely shallow in this area, especially with the size of the waves. There in the distance you can see several poles, and they even have a flag, and there's some kind of beacon, and then a jetty, a super long jetty, and that's got to be at least 1 kilometer. I can't find it on the map though, so I can't check it out. But yeah, that's what it looks like all along the coastline here. This is what I'm having for breakfast. 180 grams of rainbow cake. It's not the freshest cake under the sun, but I'd rather eat something that I know that's not going to give me the delly belly. The area that I am going through does look like there's quite a lot of poverty here, and those eateries don't look too fresh. They probably have freshly caught fish, but yeah, the cooking conditions doesn't look too fresh, so I'll pass on that and just have a little bit of a stale cake and some water to wash it down. They're all climbing high up there, and now they're blasting it down that way, freaking cruising. It's fascinating to watch those large birds jump onto those thermals and effortlessly gain altitude, and then how they just blast it down south. Well, that tar road that I was on has now become a gravel road. This gravel road is still part of my master route, however it does veer west and through a town, so that was most likely a place where I planned to stay when I was doing my planning. But I have accommodation tonight, and that's still a lot further down the road. So I'm going to see if this gravel road can actually skip that town and just continue straight through. The ocean is right here next to my route. They've built this barrier to protect the rice fields on that side. It must have been a massive project to undertake to be able to build that barrier, and it must go on for tens and tens of kilometers. And for such a area that does look like it's pretty poor, it was definitely a big thing for them. And most of these roads, if not all of them, were created just for the trucks to be able to come and jump all of these boulders. The road has now become a very smooth and new tar road. Let's hope that it doesn't come to a dead end. This is the section that's not on my master plan. It's the part where I would like to bypass that town. So I'm going to see where it goes, and hopefully I can make it across. It seems to not exist on the maps. But you know, we're halfway across the world. If I need to turn back 5 kilometers and backtrack, it's alright. It's not the end of the world. Excavator sure does have a big arm on it. There is a road on that side. Now I just hope that there's a bridge at the end for me to get over this stuff. The end of the road for me. I'll see if I can jump over somewhere. Ah, Buckingham Palace. Seems like that this port town was part of the East India Dutch Company, and they built this little fortified complex. Basically just a large wall that goes around here. Now we've got a British gate over here. That's the Kakapuri gate, built by the Sultans. Some old foundations that are remaining. It's like this little complex that's just got some legacy to it, from the Sultans to the Dutch to the British, and those that occupied it during those times. Replica of the Dutch cannon. Into town we go. Well, I can just hope that this way, can't even call it a road, it's just a way, actually comes out somewhere. Most of these places is just giving off those slum vibes. It's a strange area, this. Got all these pylons that they've driven into the ground. This guy's drying his fish. Fillet of fish, anyone? Nice, like a dried crispy fish. A lot of fishes, and the road's starting to get thinner, and as long as there's motorbike tracks, I shall go. Looks like he's seen better days. I was eventually able to make it out of that trail, cutting through somebody's property. I was getting some of those Kolkata vibes going through that small little port town, and I hope it improves. And up ahead does look a little bit better. I will be intercepting my master route shortly, so let's see how it continues. There is quite a noticeable difference in the temperature and humidity in Malaysia so far, just in this area maybe, but it is very hot and dry, very dry. The humidity is quite low, and I'm having to drink at least 5 liters of water a day, and that's not even enough. I feel like I'm shorting. Properties of these water tanks. Truck comes by, guy fills up their water tank, and there you go. They will just drive by and check their water level, and if they need some water, fills it up. The area certainly has improved with the greenery and the living conditions of the people, but the locals, they put rope across the road to slow down the traffic, and it's a bit frustrating. It's not just like a speed bump, it's like a smack. Hits you like that in the back when you go over it. Bit of single track in this section. I need to find myself something to drink. find myself once again sitting with no water. This road isn't too bad, quite lekker. My new favorite food. Coconuts. I must say the sailing is going pretty lekker. Got a tailwind, had 3 ice creams, and I got 1.5 liters of water. There's a small little island coming up. Seems like they got a bridge going to it. I'll see if I can go have a look. So what happens if he catches a fish that's bigger than that hole? He's got his fishing line and he's dropping them down in these holes. The bridge to the island, bit of that infrastructure that was built for nothing, just goes to a island where nobody stays. Infrastructure isn't possible to build on, so yeah. What's the point of spending millions on a bridge just to go to nowhere? Massive water tower. It's so hot and dry here that even the beach is drying up. Fish farms and the birds wanna get a quick bite. This is just one day from not putting sunblock on my knees, just above them. The sun is brutal, yeah, and the day is not even over yet. It's 2 o'clock, but that is 1 o'clock from where I was. Dead end. See if I can get around that construction site on this road. Well, I must say that the sun is definitely a lot sharper here. Maybe there's a hole in the ozone layer. But yeah, my legs have definitely felt the sun today. I think for the first time I've actually gotten burnt on my legs. I'll have a look at that later tonight at my accommodation. There's been quite a lot of speed bumps on the roads lately, and these are relatively tiny, minute roads that I'm on. If the speed bumps haven't been installed by the government, then it's locals that are putting down road. So that's just a little bit of an indication to me that the drivers are toxic. So I got to watch myself. It's been now the whole day on these type of roads, as you've seen, 90 something kilometers so far. And I think this is the last bit that I'll see. It seems like I'll be now turning off onto the main roads, as there is no other way through there. Now a lot of those roads were roads that I actually just decided to go down on, and hopefully that they'll clear on the other side. So a lot of them weren't on my master route. 1, 2, 3, 4, but it was a baby one. 5, 6, 7. Just a series of rolling hills as I make my way around that mountain and the ocean. Well, it's pretty much now a 25-kilometer commute on the main roads to where I'll be keeping tonight. This is their secondary roads, and this is what it looks like. In Thailand's rural roads was even better than this, much better. A little bit better. Hey, sitting with the traffic. Hey. At least on this road, I've got a motorbike lane. I was not expecting to see Milwaukee here. They're amongst the best tools, and also come with a big price tag. Well, at least I'm not going down there onto the toll gates. Seems like I've entered city life. They even got a KFC. Right, so I've checked into my accommodation. So let me take you on the grand tour. Usual stuff. Clean, aircon, bed, nice and soft, and yeah, that's the size of the room. Now almost all the rooms here in Malaysia will have a type of arrow like that on the ceiling, and that points in the direction of their holy place, Qiblat. And when they do their prayers, they will pray in that direction. How do you like my leg tattoos? I burnt like a crispy. And this is what I do after the bike. I wash all my clothes. Well, not everything every day, but I make sure that my bibs are sparkling clean. so that down there I don't have any problems.